Sup, it's Evan. Hey Evan, how are you today? I'm great. How are you? I'm great. Alright. So I keep having these reminders from Spirit about certain things that I already know and that I just seem to forget because I haven't been doing some of the things that they were asking me to do, which is mainly meditate. um, Whoops. And I realized there's a lot of people that I used to hang around that I don't hang around anymore because on some level they're toxic. That doesn't make them bad people. Some of these people have no idea that they're toxic and they do not know what they do. Other people do know and they choose to not heal themselves. And I'm finding that if you find yourself with a group of people, or maybe an individual that you consider a friend, and they're unloading their problems onto you, meaning they just keep talking about all their problems and issues, and maybe you express to them on some level that you'd rather not discuss those things, and they bite your head off, or they're going through something, or maybe somebody in their maybe they're married, maybe they have a family, or maybe their family dynamic or unit is going through something, and they keep telling you about it, and they keep asking you your opinion. But if you're not telling them what they want to hear, or you give them a suggestion and they do that and it doesn't turn out the way that you said it would, or that you suggested it might, or the way they expected it to, they get pissed off at you and start blaming you for their problems. That is not your friend. That is a toxic individual who needs to go off and, like I said again, do fucking therapy, please. I'm not telling you this, and you're not telling them this because you think you're better or any higher of a level of a person than they are. You're telling them this because you're probably an empathetic individual and want them to actually heal and enjoy life. And you're giving them the suggestion of going to therapy. And I say this because I went to therapy and I have been to many forms of therapy, and they all have helped me on some level so that I can become aware of what this monkey tinker thing brain thing we call a brain is in here doing, in conjunction with how I feel inside of me, meaning how my soul feels, how my heart chakra is doing its thing and trying to communicate. Because if you look up, like I said yesterday, if you go look up some of the scientific stuff about certain areas of the body, you'll find that not only does your brain have neuropathological pathways, but so does your heart space as well as your gut. And so when people are saying, oh, my gut's telling me, that's because their gut is literally talking to the mind to try to tell you, don't fucking go do that thing, or go do that thing. So, let me get back to what I was trying to say. If you have a friend, and that friend's probably jealous of you and doesn't tell you that on any level, they probably smiled to your face and then reach around and stab you in the back with an energy stabber or a dagger, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me, I'm hungry and I'm eating a banana. Yeah, that's not your friend. That's just that's a person that's unhealed and needs help and refuses to go get it, or doesn't realize they need the help. Either way, that is not your responsibility. That is their responsibility. So don't try to let them slough that shit off onto you. Because if they are a true friend, they'll listen to what you have to say. Try to take a step back from their perspective. Take what you said into consideration and find a way to take that action that you're suggesting. And if it doesn't work out for them, then they don't get pissed off at you. They go, I tried that and it didn't work for me, so now I'm going to try something else. But thank you for the advice. That's what a healthy, healed individual that's a real friend would actually say to you if you find yourself in that situation. What else? I think that's it. I totally forgot after I made my video about the story of my existence so far on this planet. The reason I wanted you to stop and pause the video and go look at the whole picture of the creation of David was because if you look at where God is sitting, the depiction of God with all those little cheruby angels around him and energies around him, that's the brain. That's conscience. That is Leonardo da Vinci I'm sorry, Michelangelo. I was thinking about them both this morning, and then I realized I may have gotten them mixed up, and I may have said that Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel when it was Leonardo da Vinci, and now I'm thinking, no, I pretty remember much looking it up and remembering in art class that it's Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. So, pardon me, Michelangelo. I'm sorry I said Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci's equally amazing as well. Um, Yeah, didn't he do the statue of David? If I'm not mistaken. Could be mistaken. It's been a long time since I've... Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Yeah, if you look at that picture, if you look at that painting, that fresco, because that's what it is, it's God in a brain. You can look it up. You can Google what I'm telling you. There's many, many people that feel that is really what he was trying to tell us, is that God was not creating Adam in the sense of the physical part of Adam, which, yes, in a sense he did, but I don't want to get on it, but there's a book that I listen to and read when I remember and find the time, and it's interesting and talks about the creation of this place of Earth and how the human race was created. There's many different theories on how the human race came to existence here. Anyways, I don't want to get on that topic. But, not in the sense of the physicality creation of Adam in that particular fresco, but the conscience, the light, the energy, that part that when we rub our feet on carpet and then touch something, it creates a spark, because we are electric beings. We are energetic beings encapsulating a flesh costume. This, like I've said before, this thing is only around for as long as it has predetermined itself to be here. And the reason I say that is, who was that gentleman who ran every day and then died of a heart attack while he was exercising? And people laughing, oh, that's because he was exercising every day. No, he was absolutely perfectly, with exception of his heart, had a perfect bill of health, and then croaked while he was doing the thing he liked doing, which was taking care of his body. So, this thing is only around for as long as you decided it to be before you slipped into this vessel called a human, or two-legged, or flesh body, or meat sack, or what's the other one? I call it a flesh machine sometimes. Yeah. That's why I brought that up yesterday in that video, is because I wanted to point that out, and I totally forgot because I got caught up eating my eggs because I was so hungry and whatever the hell I was talking about. Which was, I think, I don't remember, and I'm not going back to watch the video because I already made it and I don't need to watch it again. I think there was one other thing that I wanted to bring up, but I can't remember. I'm sure I'll remember when I click off, because I've eaten my banana. And now it's doing its thing where it's going to tell my brain I'm feeling not that hungry, and my brain is going to turn on and start functioning. The two atoms, the two rocks in my head are going to be like a super collider and crash in a minute, and I'm going to have an idea of what the hell it was I was going to tell y'all. Okay, let's see. I think that was it then. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. But just remember what I said at the beginning of this video, 'cause that's the more important message actually, is if you're hanging around people and they're giving you shit when you are basically trying to pour into their cup, then you need to stop pouring into their cup and get the hell away from there, because what they're giving you back is poison. You're exchanging energy with these people. And yes, energy can be poisonous. People would call it negativity. I like to call it poisonous energy, or bad juju, or bad energy. Dirty energy is really what I like to call it. Dirty energy, yeah. Because it's just poo-poo, it's low vibey. Like, if you realizing, oh my God, I'm surrounded by all of the people in my life are that way, even your family, get the fuck out, go into what they call hermit mode. Isolate yourself. And I'm not saying that because you're supposed to be all by yourself for the rest of your life. I'm saying that so you can find some time to get away from that dirty energy and get some clarity for yourself and get centered back into yourself and who you are. And then you have the energetic capacity to do the things you need to do. And if they try to poke and pick and prod at you while you're trying to get away from them, then you just gotta ignore them. I mean, if you want to tell them, that's fine, but you're probably dealing with somebody that has either narcissistic tendencies or could be a narcissist on some level, or they're just very, very unhealed. I don't know, because I don't know who these people are that you may be dealing with. But if you want to engage with them again, go right ahead, but I don't suggest it. I would just totally be like, I'm not answering the phone anymore. I'm not going to return your calls. I'm not going to return your emails. You absolutely don't have to explain to a fucking person on this planet why you're doing the thing you're doing. If it is beneficial to you and not hurting anybody maliciously in any way or yourself in any way, then you don't owe a fucking soul any explanation to any of your actions here. Remember that too. I'm not telling you to go around and maim and harm people. Remember what I said. If you're not bringing any malicious harm, inadvertently harming, if you're not adamantly hurting people on purpose or yourself, then whatever it is you're doing is your right and your business and no one else's. Period. So remember that. You don't owe these people an explanation if you want to peel yourself away from their poo-poo energy. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to get off of this thing. It's been over 10 minutes. See y'all later. Have a good day. Peace.